Hello, my name is Jose Lopez and I'm part of Group 6. The prompt we received was question 3, describing the roles of ciliary cells and goblet cells in the functioning of the lung and how the COVID-19 virus interferes with the normal functioning. To start off, we're going to describe what ciliary cells are and the goblet cells. So within the lungs, there are hair-like structures on the surface of the lungs, and they kind of act as like a movement barrier. So if there's there's like a little piece of dirt or whatever foreign object gets inside the lungs, it'll land within the mucus that lines the lungs, and these little hairs, the cilia, will push these lungs upward and upward and upward to the throat, and as it gets closer to the throat, the body will then cough or sneeze out the foreign particles. But in order to do that, the foreign particles must land in a mucus layer that also lines the cells. And the mucus layer the mucus is produced by goblet cells, and it's essential in maintaining the health of the lungs. By the particle would land in the mucus, and when it lands in the mucus, it's very difficult for whatever dirt or dust to go into the cell or a virus. And when it does get stuck, the cilia will notice it, and the cilia will kind of push it out of the way, kind of like the wave in a soccer stadium or something like that. But it'll push it up and out, up and out, and it'll go. The body will just sneeze and cough it out. So it works simultaneously with each other, and it's very effective in that scenario.
Hi, my name is Christy Renoge. I will be continuing presenting the next few slides for our topic 3. It starts with how does 2019 and COVID enters our respiratory system. Well, the microscopic virus COVID-19 has to get access to the body, which goes into our respiratory system. It enters via the nose or mouth, then goes through the nasal cavity, then goes to the pharynx, goes to the larynx, then to the trachea, then goes to the bronchus, accessing into the lungs. The way they are able to access into this pathway is to being able to hook into the host proteins such as ACE2, PPIA, and RP1, and CD209 with receptors. The most receptor that is being focused on here, it will be ACE2. By this, it helps the virus to access into the healthy cell of the human body to be able to replicate and spread into the more viruses. Since we know that healthy cells are able to DNA replicate within the nucleus, the virus will specifically target into the nucleus cell, which in this case will be the goblet cell, will be in the main target within the trachea. Going to the next slide, how does the virus interfere with normal functioning cilia and goblet cells? Well, by previous host proteins getting invaded by the virus, they activate into the immune system, which causes excessive mucus secretion. The cilia cell and goblet cells are in the main defense system against inhaled pathogens. The main target for self-replication of this virus is goblet cells, in which it can input its genetic material to self-replicate with its RNA, in which they are able to translate proteins to create new virus particles. This results that the virus can latch and invade into the cell and damage it, and damage the respiratory defense system, and produces what figure D shows, which damage the ciliated and mucosals, loss the mucociliary clearance, the dictionary loss of barrier function. We were unsure if you wanted to ask a question, then answer it, or if you wanted a question for the class to contemplate. So we included both, which this is our second question, which is, do different strains of COVID attracts the cells differently than the original strains? Thank you.